What is going on, guys? And in this video we're going to talk about writing and appending to files. Alright, and now we start heading more into the real life uses of Python. Alright, with we're going to start manipulating files by writing and appending to them. Alright, and there's a really subtle difference between writing and appending to files. What writing to a file is that we're going to write to a file, right? The name says it all. But before we write to the file, we're actually going to clear the whole document, and then we're going to write what we want. All right. So every single time we write, we have to clear the document. All right. So delete everything and then write what we want. And appending to the file is a little more useful because you're adding on top of what you already have in the file. So for example, if I had this word example inside the file. If I wanted to append something, all I would do, for example, if I wanted to append the letter hello, then hello would just be appended, right? But if I want to write to this file, all right, pretend we have a file right here. If I want to write to the file, this word example would be deleted and then hello. If I wanted to append, or if I wanted to write world to it, hello would have to be deleted and then world right here, all right? So that's the difference between appending and writing to a file. Alright? So I'm going to start with writing to a file and I'm going to show you how to do this. So if we want to write to, the string, let's just call the string, and we're going to call it example text. Alright? If I want to write example text to a document called example file, then we would do something like that. Something like this. So we're going to declare this variable, save file. We're going to put it equal to. We're going to open this file called example file, right? We want to write to this. We're going to write open, and then we're going to have two parameters: the name of the document and what we're going to do, and we're going to write to it. So therefore, we're just going to put W like this, okay? And so you might say, oh, we don't have a file named example file.txt. Well, the neat thing about Python is that it's just going to create this file if you don't already have it, all right? So now we're going to write what we want to this file. Earlier we said we wanted to write this, all right? So we're going to say save file dot write. Then we're just going to put in our string right here. Okay, and you might think this is done, but we actually have to close the file before we, finish everything. All right, and this is essential. You have to remember this. Close the file. All right. So this is basically it. This is how you write to a file. All right, and we're gonna write something. We're gonna say run, and look at this. Example file.txt was created. If you don't see this inside your project, you might want to, right-click on your main project name. And then you're going to say reveal in Finder. And then you can find it right here, alright? But I'm just going to open this up, and it says example text, alright? So we just wrote example text in here. And I'm going to show you what I mean by when I say, it clears the whole document, right? So let's say I wanted to change this to mathtivity is cool. Look at what happens. I'm going to run it. It's done running. And look. Did you just see how that was replaced? Mathtivity is cool is now the text instead of example text. Alright, so that's writing to a file. And I think appending is a little bit more useful because, you're not deleting any data you already have, alright? And to append to a file, all we have to do is change this W to an A. That's all you have to do, right? So now we can append to this file, right? So we have mathtivity is cool inside here. Now we're going to say mathtivity is awesome. Okay, well, let's see what happens. So we're going to run mathtivity. It's done running, and look at that, it just appended this to the file, right? So we didn't need to delete anything because it already appended this. All right, but I don't really like this space right here, so what we can do is we can just create a totally new line of code. So we're going to delete that, and then all we have to do is say save file dot write. And then we're going to go ahead and create a new line for us like this. Alright. And then we can run this. And that should say mathtivity is awesome on another line of code. And it does. Alright. So it creates another line. And you can also do, other stuff here. You can say, you can do this for creating a new line. You can tab the code by saying this. You can or you can put a space by doing this right here. Oh, I guess it's not accepting it. So I guess /n and /s are the only ones you can do, but you can go ahead and research that a little bit more. But that's appending and writing to a file, and I hope you found this lecture useful.